Reef DVM's coming at you today with what looks to be a couple culverts. Our old farm roads on the place here need some help. In particular, our neighbor's farm. So off we go to help. We're gonna grab a couple of our skid steers and grab one of these culverts and go fix the old farm road. We have a bunch of different drainage creeks on these farms. They're all man-made, and one of them is in need of a new culvert, so the new culvert's been dropped in. We got some nice heavy black clay that we had hauled in. As you can see, the cattle are watching us do it. It worked out really good. That packs really well and allows for a nice even fill, and it's a little less expensive than gravel. So we dropped in a 24-inch culvert, got it staked in place. Like I said, had some black clay dirt brought in for a good base fill because it packs so hard. Took the skid steers, picked it up, pushed it over the top, and then kind of packed it down the best we could. And then when we get done with this, we compact it down, we dragged it out, and then we're going to come over the top with some Class 5. Everybody does these culverts a little differently. Some people just, dig out their old drainage ditches and drop these things way in the bottom. Other people do like we did and just set these things in with a couple stakes and then pour fill over the top. Some people fill these with Class 5. Other people fill them with old road gravel. Some people use recycled concrete. Certainly you have to, talk to your municipalities about, what you can put in, what you can't. Being this is a man-made ditch on the farm, and it doesn't have much water runoff in it most of the time. It doesn't have much for issue as far as backing up or anything, so we didn't have to go real deep with anything in it to worry about water support, which was really nice. But putting in the culvert took some time. It took a couple skid steers and the two of us guys to work pretty hard at it. Took a few loads of clay, and then like I said, once we get this part done, then we decided to retop the whole area where we turn around to get to one of the buildings, the driveway up to it, and then the back area here that crosses into the field. In the past, believe it or not, we were actually crossing into this field through this drainage ditch with combines and stuff. It was getting rather difficult. So adding this was just a really nice thing to do. It worked out really slick. The pair of skid steers did good. We had the 320D from our farm, and we had a 317G out, which is a great little machine too. We'll do a little review on that later on. Here you can see the clay has been put in, and the next day we come at it here, the clay is all dried. It's become hard, and we've added some rocks there that we found just to the front of the culvert to prevent runoff and stuff. Once we got to this stage, we're ready for the top coat. So what we did is we had some recycled Class 5 brought in, which was nice. There's an old road bed that had been taken out earlier in the year from a county north of us, and we were able to get our hands on some of that fairly inexpensive. As you can see, this entranceway and turnaround area is pretty washed out. There's some lines in it. There's some puddles of water. It needed a little TLC. So again, we take the pair of skid steers and we bounced around a little bit through the muck and the mud and getting the gravel dumped and spread out. And it took a little bit of finessing with the machines to get it the way we wanted it. Obviously, the one machine is a track-based machine, and the 320D is more of a wheel machine. The wheel machine was really nice as far as picking it up and scooping it, but of course the track machine really helped level it out. But having two machines, the project went faster, especially with that many loads of recycled gravel. And at the end, we brought out the Gator. You guys have seen the Gator reviews that we've done. This happens to be the diesel, so the 855D. Threw a couple harrows behind it and just started smoothing things out. I know these pictures are taken at night, but this is kind of a 2-day project. We kind of had to get it done. We had rains coming in. We got planting to do, so we kind of bust our butt. The gravel's in place. It's been completely top coated. We've got some rock around there around the front of the culvert just to help with runoff. We've driven on it several times now here with the drag and just kind of compacted things in. When we turn around in the field, it pulls a little field grass over the top of the road, and that's what you're seeing there. But it really went well. Amazed how well we did in such short time. Obviously it's going to settle, and when it settles, we'll come back and top dress it some more. But, right now we've got a good access to get across to the drainage creek. No more fumbling across with the big equipment like we used to do in the past with the combines and stuff, and practically getting stuck and having to push each other through it. This will just be a nice way of doing it. The old culvert system, that was just basically trashed, so we just left that alone and just got this one in. This is the view up to it the following morning when the sun's shining. It's just a great picture taken by Chuck. It really shows how nice the place looks once it's top dressed and dragged out. And then, of course, what wouldn't be a good shot, but more of an aerial view of it. So this is the aerial view of what we had finished in the front. And again, this goes right around over to the culvert and crosses into the field, which is great. It's going to make planting and baling and everything so much easier as far as access. And of course, the turnaround area is very nice. Folks, this is how we install a culvert up in our neck of the woods. It's a simple project to do. Just takes some manpower and a little bit of machine power. It can be done with a couple skid steers. I appreciate you watching the video. Please like or subscribe, and we'll continue to put out great videos like this, folks. Thanks.